Hi, my name's Gayle Thompson and I'm the Digital Midwife for Maternity at Northumbria. I'm here today to talk to you about Badger Notes. BadgerNet allows you to self-refer your pregnancy to Northumbria Maternity without even the need to see your GP. This can be done by registering your pregnancy via the Northumbria Maternity webpage. Badger Notes gives you real-time access to your maternity records, which are made up using the details entered by staff members at your appointments. I'm now going to talk through some key features of the Badger Notes app, which will hopefully help support you in its use throughout your pregnancy. Registering on the app is easy. Once you have had contact from your community midwifery team, you'll be able to register on the app using an activation passphrase. Your community midwifery team will have provided you with this activation passphrase. However, if you have chosen to not use or cannot use Badger Notes, your midwife will have explained that we can offer paper notes, which will contain the same information as the app. We will support you with your choice. To register on the app, you must download it from the Google Play or App Store. It's free to download. Another option is to visit the website to register, which is www.badgernotes.net. Open the app and select Create Account. You'll be asked to provide your email address and the activation phrase. It is important to wait at least 15 minutes after the midwife has given you the passphrase before you use it. This way, it will be fully active when you register on the app. Once the activation phrase has been accepted, you can then choose how to complete the registration. You can use the standard registration method or use the NHS app link. The NHS app option can only be used if you have previously registered for an NHS app account. It is important to remember how you complete your registration on the app, as you must choose your chosen method to sign into the app throughout your pregnancy. Or have you used Badger Notes in the previous pregnancy? If you have, you simply log into your app using the method and passphrase that you used the last time. And once in the app, you can then add your new pregnancy via the drop-down menu on the top left corner and select Add a Care Record. This will be where you'll be prompted to add a new activation passphrase for your new current pregnancy. This will link all of your pregnancies together in the app, but the current pregnancy will be the most visible one. Once registration has been completed, the app will refresh and ask you some notification questions. It's important to consider your answers carefully regarding switching on notifications, as we do use notifications via Badger Notes to contact you about lots of useful information, as well as your appointments. If this is the first time in the app and you have not been for your booking appointment with your midwifery team, you will have the opportunity to complete the pre-booking questions. This is a fantastic opportunity for you to share some vital information about you, your partner and your family's health, which can then be discussed as part of your booking appointment. It will help us get to know you better before we meet. After completing the pre-booking questionnaire, it will automatically take you to the Care Plan page, which displays a timeline of your pregnancy in weeks. Each week, the timeline will share with you some important and interesting information about that week of your pregnancy. Just select the week to open up the information. You will also have the ability to add photographs or diary entries. These are private and are never seen by any professional. They are only visible to you in your app. It is a wonderful way to look back on the progress of your pregnancy, as well as keeping a diary about thoughts and feelings in your pregnancy. The timeline shows your planned events occurring within that week too. It will display booked appointments as well as routine events such as scans or blood tests expected to take place. And more importantly, on the timeline is where you will find all the patient information that has been shared with you. This information has been shared by your maternity team so you can make informed decisions about the care you receive during your pregnancy. It's important that you read any information that is shared with you and ask your midwife or obstetrician any questions you may have. In this section, you will receive a welcome letter from your chosen maternity provider. It offers congratulations and some information about what Badger Notes contains. It also suggests help and advice for serious concerns you may have during your pregnancy. Key details. Here is where you will find key pregnancy details, including your EDD, which is your estimated due date, and any personalised management plans that have been agreed with you will be seen in the maternity record section. Ultrasound scans. Information about the scans you have had during your pregnancy will appear here, including your baby's growth chart. Antenatal care summary. This is where you will find a summary of most of the care you have received from your antenatal team. Blood and microbiology results. If your midwife has reviewed your sample results and have entered them into the BadgerNet system, they will display here for you to see. We would never include abnormal results without contacting you first to discuss them. If your results aren't visible, please speak to your midwife about having them updated. View My Care Team. This will list the care team that's helping to support you during your pregnancy. This is the section of the app which allows you to communicate topics for conversation to your midwifery team. These are called antenatal, birth and postnatal support conversations. These can be reviewed by your midwifery team prior to your next appointment. It is worth noting that this section is not to be used to seek any urgent advice required during your pregnancy. Share My Notes with My GP. If required, you can choose to share the content of your maternity record with your GP. This may be useful for them to see information about your pregnancy to help them decide a course of treatment. And just follow the prompts on screen and complete the requests for your GP. Another place to find all those informative and useful information leaflets to help support you in your decision making throughout your pregnancy, birth and postnatal journey. You can also find a glossary or word bank of all the common terms we use during your pregnancy and postnatal journey. This might be helpful to understand some of the terminology used during your appointments. The pull-down menu on the top left-hand corner gives you the ability to change certain things within your app to suit your own preferences. This might include changing phone numbers, adding a new pregnancy or notification setup. If you required Badger Notes to be translated into a different language, you can do this via the pull-down menu. Badger Notes currently translates some of the information into the top 10 spoken languages in Great Britain. At present, only some of the app's content is translatable, but the company that own Badger Notes are working towards translating more. Badger Notes also offer a system tool within the app itself. This can be found on the pull-out menu on the left-hand side of the app. If you require help with any of the app's content or any of the patient information leaflets held within the library, then please speak to your midwife and she can assist with supporting this. Hospital contacts. Important contact numbers can be found here should you need to call the maternity unit for any advice. During your pregnancy, you might be asked for your NHS number. Your NHS number is unique to you and will help staff locate your digital maternity record. Your NHS number can be found in the maternity record section of your app at the bottom of your welcome letter. So that's a whistle-stop tour of your Badger Notes app. If you have any questions or concerns about the app, it's always really important that you share these with your community midwife. Your midwife may be able to troubleshoot and solve minor issues, but if she cannot, then she will contact the Digital Midwife who may be in touch.